I'm going to share a rare window into the way I communicate with my spirit guides, the universe, like how I naturally am at home. So, you know, what I'm going to do is really what I was just doing maybe 20 minutes ago before I got in the shower, and where I was pissing and moaning after I got out of the shower. To be totally honest, um, yeah, I just thought it'd be a good idea to do that. This is and to be honest, I'm thinking of taking a break from content creation, such as my frustration with my journey so far. I enjoy gaming. I enjoy doing gaming videos, even though they don't get many views or interactions. But I actually truly enjoy creating them. Just adds another layer really to the gaming session itself. And I like watching back for my own entertainment anyway. So that's where I'll be putting my energy probably. Um, I'm going to shuffle now. I'll shuffle sometimes. I'm not shuffling all the time. I don't really need to hear spirits' reactions. Sometimes I vent to them. I don't need to hear them back. I already know what they want from me. Um, I've done a lot. I've done a lot, and this is what I'm like with them. I'm like, I've done everything you've asked of me. Like I've sacrificed. It's been 5 years of torment. I've grown. I've done everything asked. I've done all the books. I've done 6 books. I know you want more, but I want to see something from what I've done now. It's about time I had something. It's an exchange of energy. Where's the exchange? Where do I receive? If you give so much, it should be an equal exchange. All I'm asking for is something fair. I haven't had anything. And you think about like finances, it's been hard. Like recently, I got approved for a credit card, which is something I don't normally get approved for. So that was great. And of course, I got to manage it, and I'm trying to just build the credit limit up. So it's about being um, smart with it. So I appreciate the fact that that's an opportunity. Really, didn't maybe that's something they gave me. But my point to that is they're still not giving me. They're still saying I've got to pay back. Like when do I get what I deserve? Because I say it all the time, and I'm saying it to them now. Anyone creates any of what I did. They created the first book. They would have been successful from that book. I have no doubt about it. That's not putting myself to high praise. I know how good these books are. So why the hell ain't they selling? What's blocking them? Why block what I do at every turn? Okay, maybe you've got a higher purpose for me. You're trying to create a backlog of content. Maybe you think I'm not ready. I'd say I'm ready than most people. Ready than most people. Could you handle the spotlight? Could you handle the pressure? Yeah. So what are we waiting for? I sit and do these videos time and time again. I invest in the equipment. I've recently just got a new mic arm, bought a new camera, got a nice microphone. I keep tweaking everything to try to make the presentation better. I'm a one-man band. I do it on my own, and I invest money I don't really have. So I'm like investing in something to produce the best quality I possibly can. But what do I get in return? I get hardly any views, no interaction, and debt. Where's the balance? And yet I'm expected to sit and create time and time again. Give everything for free, give all of myself to the cause. But what cause? What cause, as you say? Why am I held back? It drives me nuts. Now I'm going to shuffle because I know exactly what they want from me, but I'm standing my ground. Let's keep talking about. I've got manuscripts. They want my next spiritual book done. I'm not touching it. I don't want to. I could get the laptop out and start working on it today. I don't want to. I refuse to budge. So let's see that. That in my tarot deck is my no card. So that could either mean that that's not what they want from me, or like, you're sort of being your worst enemy at the moment. Like you are refusing to do what you need to do. But you could take it either way. It's quite interesting that out of all the deck comes out. But I'm sorry, I've given too much. I've given too much. I've sacrificed. I get a lot of signs about who my soulmate is, and it's still someone that I would have jumped at the opportunity a year or so ago. But I've so lost interest. I can't do it. I can see a beautiful life of them, but I'm so fed up with the situation. I get fed up with people. I really do. I get fed up how flawed they are. They make terrible decisions. I try to make the best decisions. Other people are chaotic around me, and yet I'm the one that always has to give in. People look at early stages of a situation. Maybe you come on strong because you like someone. So maybe it seems like you're a bit, I wouldn't say flaky, but sometimes people just think, you're not you're too intense or something. I don't know. I don't know. People always see flaws, and I just see it as it shows you're interested. The opposite to that is when you step back. Now they're interested, but by stepping back, you're no longer interested. So find a sense in all this shit. People are just ridiculous. As soon as you're not interested, now they're interested in you. What psychology is that shit? Because I genuinely don't give a crap anymore. But I keep getting the same letter and I keep getting the same content on my TikToks constantly. Like they're thinking about you intensely. They really want you. They see a future. It's like, yeah, but you didn't see that future before. That could have happened. What the fuck happened? And I keep saying that to Spirit. Stop fucking with me, man. I kid you not. I get a lot of signs that that's your person. That's who Spirit wants you to be with. Um, but you keep saying you won't let it happen. And it's like, no, I won't let it happen. It'd take a bloody miracle, to be totally honest. And that's just me being honest. I am fed up being a pawn in a freaking game of life. Nothing in my life is ever easy. It's never fair. Never, ever fair. For me to get anything, I have to give up an awful lot. I have to suffer a lot to get it. No circumstance is straightforward. Literally, hangman. Always in a state of limbo. Never getting one way or the other. Just hanging. Life, innit? But yeah, these are the conversations I literally have on a regular basis. I get really angry. I'm like, I'm not doing any more work until you give me something in return. You know, what's the point? You do 6 books. What's the 7th really gonna bloody do? You know, oh, it's gonna make you wealthy. King of Pentacles, tough shit. I still can't give a shit. I'm not gonna keep doing it. I'm not. They've said this to me every time I've done a bloody book. Every time I've done something, it's like, oh yeah, that's gonna be your breakthrough. Fuck all happens. I do what I do because I absolutely have a strong passion for it. So like, I'll sit and do my videos. If I say I might not do any more, that's my intention. But I still have a passion for it, so I'll do it. The books are hard work. The books are more of a commitment, like a continuous commitment. It's not like I'm doing it for a moment. It's like I've got to do that for a few months continuously, like days and days and days in and days out. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not doing it. Oh look, 9 of Cups, but you you can't see it. It's like your wish fulfillment, but you can't see it, and it's like, no, I can't see shit, to be totally honest, because I'm looking at what I've got, and I've got a hellhole of a shitstorm. I was doing tarot card spreads for the jobs I had lined up, and it was like 3 jobs. One was permanent opportunity. They offered me the role. In the end, I decided to decline it. And to be honest, the cards I had through Spirit was that's going to give you a headache. It's not good. Like, and I knew it was. But I knew inside of myself it was going to be draining. It's not going to be a good job. The one I just walked away from after the first day, and it's not because I'm flaky. It's just it was tormenting, and I was like, that's going to be heavy every day. I'm going to just want to shoot myself. And it was temporary anyway. That can become permanent in the long term. But there's a lot of people before you because already people there. They pay minimum wage. There's no lockers. You have to leave your bag in the canteen, which I don't like for security reasons. I think, well, let me leave it in the car, but the car park's too far because it's such a big campus, like premises. The job itself had nothing to do with what I had actually gone for. So I had a whole forklift assessment. I had to pass all that. Not everybody does. One person told me 5 people didn't get through of these group. There's only 2 of us that did our test. Other group must have been bigger. Some of them didn't even get the role. So it's almost like you have to go through this hurdle just to get the job. And then when you get there, it's like 13 people on your area that can operate a forklift. There's only 2 forklifts. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Like, this is crap. It was not what was sold to me. And it was just like, if I'm going to leave eventually, I might as well leave now. That's what that is. I'm not flaky. I don't see the point of getting up half past 4 in the morning for a minimum wage. That's a pain in the ass. It's not, no. I'd rather wait for something better. So yeah, I'm someone that will completely turn down opportunities until I find the right one. But Spirit pointed towards that one being successful. Perhaps I could have done well in that and opportunities come, but I'm not staying on minimum wage for periods and periods and periods, like a load of shit put through crap just because there could be an opportunity at the end of the rainbow. Shove that shit up their arse. So there's that. There's another role that's in the works, 4 on, 4 off. 12-hour shifts. That's going to be brutal. All the days you work, but we'll see how that plays out. But it's like I still think life shouldn't be this bloody hard, man. you know, um, and I'm getting fed up like leaning on spirit sometimes. I'm just like I'm doing my own shit. So even if I get guidance from them, and it's like, oh, that's going to be good. If I don't feel it in myself, I'll go. You know what? That was crap. Why'd you set me up with that one? There was one I went to, a job interview, and I turned up and I thought, there's no one to greet you at reception. There's barely enough parking spaces. I didn't get a good vibe when I went in. And I thought, why set me up with this bloody interview? I just went home. I don't care. If spirit points me to somewhere, I don't always listen. Again, could be my own worst enemy, but I'm here to live my life. It's like you can be guided to a point, but you've got to follow your own heart. It's simple as that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. We've got to literally know, but it's like stabs, it's like a betrayal. It's like a heartbreak. It's a loss. But then you've also got this divine balance. So it's like the divine are really trying to heal and restore balance in my life. Oh, bottom of the card tower moment, effectively. Um, Removing all the it's like new beginnings, really, isn't it? Ah, sometimes I don't understand what they want from me. I don't sometimes. It's like, it's ridiculous. Like, did they set me up for these places to test me? Do you know what I mean? Did they paint a picture for me, and then I go in thinking, okay, I trust spirit. I'm going to go and do this. Did they just? I don't know. Like, I don't know if they play with me sometimes. I don't know. I've had good intentions in the overall of that role, or I was right to walk away, and spirit was chest testing me whether I would do it. I don't know sometimes. All I do is I lean on myself more than them. I lean on them a lot, but I trust I trust myself to make decisions for myself. I will not make myself suffer unnecessarily. You know, so we all have free will. You're going to suffer one way or another. Sometimes, maybe it's going to be financial, or just maybe it's going to be I feel like a trapped prisoner. I will not allow my freedom to be impacted. That's the thing with me. Like, I have to have my freedom. So it's my freedom of choice. If I like something, then effectively, if you do something you love, you won't work a day in your life. And that's what I'm looking for. I don't mind doing forklift work. I don't mind working in the warehouse. Obviously, I'd rather not. I'd rather do what I do. I think I've worked hard enough to outgrow that. But if I'm going to be in them places, then just give me the machine to do the job and let me just get on with it. Doing other shit that just irritates me. It's like, nah, you make a day long now, man, and the day ain't moving. I don't want a day where I just keep looking at the clock. That's crap. It's just too long. Life's too short for that shit. Again, still waiting for sort of everything to come in, really. You've done all the hard work, but you're waiting. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for this shit to happen, man. Oh, bottom of the deck, two of cups. That's nice. So yeah, when I talk to him a lot, it's about career. A lot of the time, it's about career and money. Because at this point, come on, man. Like, when does the breakthrough happen? What more could I do? What more could I do? Come on. Oh, star. Star. That's actually really nice. It's just heavy, because I feel like all it is adding to. Like, okay, they want me to do the next book. From my point of view, I just don't see the point. Like, we already have books. Like, what are we talking about over here? And when you talk about love and relationships, I know people make mistakes. I know people growing. I know people healing. I know they have to go through things to learn things. I get it. I'm sick and tired of things being complicated. And even if it's the person that I think of, and I don't choose to think of them, to be honest. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, wow. It's almost like someone's offering their heart because this is the cups and it's victorious. That's actually quite mental, and I bet talk about it, which has just completely thrown me off my rant. But if it's who I think it is, I honestly don't know how it works. Because for two people to come together from two different countries, you need visas. You can do holiday visas, but to get an actual visa, it costs money. It's money I don't have because Spirit just wants to fuck with my life. Make it so freaking hard. You could say there's an accountability on my side, but I'm not a fucking octopus. I can't be this and I can't be that and I can't do this and I can't do that. I can't be everything. There's not enough hours in a day. We still need time for ourselves. This is ridiculous. No, I'm a one man band. To have that requires you to earn a certain income in the UK. I don't know 100% of America, but I don't want to fucking go to America. I'm not going there. I'm not traveling to America while Trump's there. I don't give a shit what's over there. I don't care. I'm not going there. It's for me. In my image, it's corrupt as shit. There's a whole red zone for me. I will not go there. Human rights means nothing to them right now. No chance in hell of me getting on a plane traveling that way. I don't care what it's for. I won't do it. So to be in this country requires you to earn a certain salary, which I haven't hit. Of course I haven't hit. Of course I haven't hit. Then it requires a lot of money up front, like a lot of money. I think, from what I'm understanding, I think it's like £10,000 plus. From my understanding, because you've got the visa fees, you've got the whole application process. Then you have to pay an NHS surcharge. Of course, you also have to get married and all sorts of things, really, to make that work. There's a whole process involved, but that NHS surcharge, it seems excessive, and it is excessive. I think it's about £4,000 or something crazy, depending on how long your visa's for. But I'm not sure if it could go quite more than that. But the way I look at that is it would cost that in America anyway, in bloody insurance and shit for healthcare. That just allows you to have to use the NHS, you know. So although it's expensive up front, it's access, isn't it? But I honestly don't know how that works. I think life's complicated enough without that shit on top. Yeah, you could argue, you know, nothing's impossible when it comes to love, but unfortunately there are freaking politics, unfortunately. So yeah, from that side, I just give up hope. To be totally honest, it's like life's been hard enough in this dynamic. To be totally honest, yeah. So I just get a bit fed up with the signs. I get a lot of signs, like a crazy amount of signs that this isn't over between you two. Like Spirit just show me there, and it's like, I don't know why it's got to be that. Is why can't something just be simpler than that? Why has it always got to be so hard? Like every side of my life is hard. Where's it fair? You know, my daughter doesn't live with me. That's made my life like I'm so focused on career and trying to live my best life, but I'm like in other areas I'm like a shell of what I am. I've lost most of. I've just found a way to exist without. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm just making the most of what I can with what I have. But I always say that. Am I happy? No. Well, I'm not really. I mean, like, look, if my daughter would never be, if my daughter had been here, no, she's getting older now. She's 15 in a few weeks now. Got her own life to live now. If you were around a few years ago, having a home, that'd be great. I don't want to hold her back now. Like she's getting older. But I like family life like that. You know, I like days out. I like doing things. On your own, it is a different setup. It is. People can say, oh, you can still do it. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not worth it. Like a lot of time we do things for other people. I know we should be doing things for ourselves, but again, it's not as fun. It's just not. You can see people, they go to a restaurant on their own. I'm like, who wants this? What's the fucking point? Forget it. Forget it. You know, I don't. Like, it's no point putting sugarcoating it and saying, oh, you can do all these things on your own. Yeah, but what's the fucking point? It's shit. If I'm going to sit on my own, I might as well just sit on my own at home. So life passes by. And yeah, like life could have been a lot different, I think. There'd have been days out. There'd have been a lot of things that have happened. And it's like, you wouldn't have got so comfortable at being home all the time, I think. So I think there's been a huge part of my life where it's just, yeah, there's been focus on career, but lost an awful lot in the process, I think. And it hardens you, you know? So yeah, I'm just not happy with Spirit at all because they've separated me from my daughter. They broke my heart, made me become resilient. It forced me to be, well, forcing probably not the right word, but built me to be front and center, share my voice. So I was thinking like that. traveling towards new opportunities and things. They took a lot away from me, and they've never replaced it. I haven't replaced it with anything. Just a self, just a more evolved version of self, which you could say is a beautiful thing because you see a lot of people who are toxic, a lot of people who I think are still flawed. And I do set a lot of boundaries and things. I'm very resilient. But aside from myself, I don't have much else. You know, finances are hard every day. Like literally, it just compounds. It's so heavy. I'm balancing everything at the moment. It's driving me nuts. You could say it's your own doing. You should have stayed in a place that would actually drive you mad, and you'd want to shoot yourself. But at least it paid. At least it gave you some money. I get it. I get it. But either way, I'm going to be miserable. So I might as well be miserable on my terms. So at the moment, it's managing bills, and it's like really sketchy at the moment because I've got a holiday with my daughter. Like, I've got the Easter with my daughter. We only get a week together. But even finding the fuel, the petrol to get that happening is really hard at the moment. Got electric bills, rent, council tax, all these other things, paying all these other bills on top. And it's just juggling at the moment, figuring out which one. It's getting sketchy to the point where it's like I'm not sure what one's going to suffer. Now, I don't doubt in a month's time everything could turn around, but April's shit. And I'm just trying to get through it, to be honest. But like I say, it just seems to be forever like this. Don't know. So I don't know what their angle is with me, why I haven't had my breakthrough. Because I often feel that they're putting me through things so I learn from it, and it's another thing added to my armor. And it's something else for me to talk about to help someone through later. But at some point, you just got to say, he's been through enough. He's learnt enough. I think now's the time to let him free. We'll give him another thing because he could take that. He's strong enough to. It's like, yeah, but stop punishing me, man. Stop punishing me to be what you want me to be. Because I've had enough. So, like I said, I'm not even touching this next book. I've been talking for months about that book, haven't I? I've been talking about it since, I think, last November, October. I was going to work on that book then. I didn't do it. And then I said when spring starts, I'm going to do it. Haven't touched it. I said by the end of April, this book could come out. Then I said maybe June. That book ain't coming out. Got it again where it's being, there's swift communication, fast moving. Again, you don't see it coming. But in all honesty, I just don't see me sitting there working on a book. I don't want to do it. I just don't even see it this month. It takes a huge effort just to start the process because you have to want to. Otherwise, it's too heavy. My life's heavy enough. Why would I compound upon my misery by adding even more weight to it? I don't want to. Oh, karma. That's the judgment card. So maybe, I'd say that's spirit calling judgment on a situation, but renewal, because you've got death, transformation, renewal. Yeah. But yeah, I think personally this book, oh well, finally starting to receive. Like I said all along though, my goal is to get this book done this year. That was one of my goals. My goals can change. I don't really care. At this point, I'm probably looking at December 31st. I'll probably just push it to the end as late as I can and then go, I still did it. But even then, there's no guarantees. You keep pushing something back, there wouldn't be enough time. But there may be a moment when I get inspiration and I want to get it done because I go through phases like that. But at the moment, no, there's no joy coming from it right now. Because I just keep looking at what I've done and I just think, I'm not stepping on them. I think they should be read first. And then people are ready for the follow up. What's the point of someone reading the next one before they've read the first one? I don't see the logic. I don't see it. Truth, clarity. It's almost like you're going to find the answers soon. But something's got to happen. I'm not downing tools to be petulant. I'm not getting fed up to be petulant. I'm just genuinely just fed up. I think sometimes I've just got to let the world to catch up. I think I see some people that don't post as half as much content as I get, and they get the views and you know the growth. Maybe I post too much. But I've always got something to say, you know. But it's just really tiring this path. Quite interesting though, because sometimes I think sometimes we don't know what we want, even though we think we do. So like, I might get signs about love, and I go, I don't want, I don't even give a shit about love right now. I just want my finances to improve. When it comes down to it, I think we all want love. You know, it would be nice to be in love. It'd be nice to have someone you can lean on, like you can rely on each other. You know, you literally got a companion in life. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But it can't just be anyone, and that's where the problem comes. It's like it's so hard to know who he should be. One person in the entire planet. In the same way, I'm just one person in the entire planet. So someone has to pick me in the same way I pick them. Maybe got to see something in me, maybe you don't see in others. But to most people, I think I'm an absolute nightmare because I am. I'm not like everybody else. I can't be trained. I can't be trained. I can't be molded into what someone wants me to be. I'm only ever me. Take it or leave it. I don't think most people could handle it, to be totally honest. Yeah, so we got the strength card, four of pentacles, nine of cups, four of wands. Effectively, you could be someone's wish come true. Um, yeah, I mean, look, even with the four pentacles, they're holding so tight to something. But the way I see that one is, well, where's the camera? Yeah, that's got to be interesting. I've got a feeling that's all negative. Oh, I don't know if I can see it. I'll just try and do it like this. So we can show them. Oh, wait, do it this way because this was the first one. So you got the strength card. Or even maybe we'll be able to do it up there, maybe. Be bloody easier, wouldn't it? Oh, there you go. Freaking hell, that's a lot better. Even if you can't see them exactly clearly. So you got the strength. You've got someone holding on, but it's obviously it's holding on to something. You'd say that looks financial, because of course, but it's something earthly, something material. But that could be someone. You know, you're holding on to an idea of someone or something, or your boundaries are high. And then you've got, oh, it was this one, the wish. You've got a wish for like what it would be, and it's like marriage celebration. It's like it's the right person. Um, I'm perfect for the right person, in the way we all are, really. But I think this is pointing out to, oh wait, no, wait, yeah, okay, that was crazy. So after that, we had the lovers, and then it went to the five of cups, are literally just not fulfilled at all. It's just completely despondent, and then 10 of swords, like you've been stabbed in the back. You're like, everything's gone. You just, there's nothing. So it's almost like that's what you. It's almost like there's so much potential for love. There's so much potential for everything, um, but it never happens. You know, never happens. Oh, back of the deck, hermit. Always say that destined to be alone forever. So be it. Yeah, five of wands. Always competition. Always bloody competition. Anyway, well, I just show a fly on the wall, really. Of course, I don't normally just sit around, because sometimes I'll ask him in my cards. A lot of time I just walk around pissing and moaning to myself out loud. I'd look like a crazy person at home. I would literally just be moaning constantly that life's shit. I've done everything I asked. I'm not getting anywhere. No, there's no success. There's nothing coming. Why are we even bothering at this point? Well, the fact that I've given up so much, you know. That's I would have thought one book, you'd see some tangible success. Not saying you'd freaking go mainstream or anything crazy, but you'd see some level of success where it helps your life. And like extension by the videos, I've done a lot of videos, and I think someone else does what they'd have been successful. So why am I not? Spirit knows. I don't have a freaking clue. Sometimes I know. Sometimes I think I know. Whether I do, I don't know. Sometimes it is a case if there's something to learn in this. Sometimes it is about just seeing your own value. So realizing you are worth more. But, at some point you got to be rewarded, because that's how it works. You give you should receive. It's just like it should be everything should be balanced. Right now, I've given too much and received absolutely shit. So why should I keep giving and giving and giving and keep receiving shit? Make it fair. That's all I'm asking. Make it fair.